Hello everyone, BookTube, good morning, Alan here. I'm midway through Victober and done with Jane Eyre. Well, I'm not sure I want to say I'm done with her, but I'm ready to take her back to the library. Spent a few weeks with, I spent all month with the Bronte sisters, at least two of them, Emily and Charlotte, and I'm going to take my Charlotte books and videos back to the library today. It was good spending time with Charlotte. I wanted a shot of that castle. Damn it. Yeah, look at this. Edward's Castle. Joan Plowright. So yeah, I preferred this 2006 version of Jane Eyre, the William Hurt version, over the 2011. Great scene in the book where she comes back and discovers him, half blind.
Bring me a glass of water. What's that? Who is it?
I don't know his name.
And he's like an ugly monster now. There's a criticism about this where they say, they're both ugly people. I mean, just let me put it out there. They're not good looking people. And you'd find the common bond to fall in love anyway, something like that, right? What am I trying to say? But this even makes him look even more disfigured, or I don't know. After all that's happened, it's just with Jane Eyre. I'd never read either before. And they have different flavors. They have similarities too. I like the gothic nature of them. I like the way that Charlotte Bronte speaks directly to the reader. She breaks that fourth wall. That's a curious technique, and I like it. I don't mind it. It's interesting the way it's part of the way she tells the story, and I like the castles. I like the crazy, hidden, locked away relative in the attic type thing. All that gothic shite. I like the back and forth of Jane and Rochester's relationship. How there's a proving ground. First, he had to prove it with her, giving up when he offered marriage to her and that. And, I don't want to go through the whole, I'm not one to, talk about the whole plots of novels. But, something in my heart, I like Villette. And I'm going to reread this for next year with another edition. and I've made a video on that. But I like Jane Eyre, you know, and I dug into the critical side of that, of Charlotte's writing, and I enjoyed that. And I watched the two adaptations, 2006 with William Hurt, Joan Plowright, excellent performances. 2011 with I can't pronounce her last name, but Maya. She does a great performance of Jane Eyre in this. But overall, I like this one. I think it seems to be the consensus. So I have a big, look at all the books, all the stuff I have to take back to the library. My Charlotte Hall. And let me, so I'm on to reread of Dorian, and I picked this up. I looked through it, and I've done some online things about it. Refresh my memory. I know Oscar Wilde a little bit. I've traveled to Ireland and Dublin before. I saw one of his plays. Not the fan one, but I should know it by heart. The ticket is right up on my wall. I fell asleep during the performance. It was horrible. Woke up snoring. I was on a scholarship there, and they had us running just, 12, 16-hour days packed with events. And, I mean, it was great, but it was like, intern for a doctor. My allergies. I'm also in the middle of trying to read Camilla, and then try to watch this. So I'm having a hard time with this. If this is what like Lovecraft is like, man, this shit is hard for me to read. Although I've read probably 50 or more pages of it. The screenplay is in this book too. This is a writing vampire. So it's got Camilla and the screenplay in it. I also took a break, people. Katie and Kate and Ange. I had to take a break from Victoria, and I read some Kurt Vonnegut. So I read this one, and I'll be done with this today. The good books, when they're really good, it takes me like a second to read 1/3 of it, and then it takes me a week to read the tiny little last part. And then my final week of Victober, I'm going to concentrate on my new discovered find, Wuthering Heights. This is the book I did a video on this. I bought this at Powell's, Norton Critical Edition, because I read this in September. This Barnes and Noble version of Wuthering Heights, and it has notes in it, and it was a great version, great read. And then I watched what version of the movie? Not the Laurence Olivier one. I still have that down there. I'm going to watch again. And but I watched the Ralph Fiennes playing Heathcliff, and what a performance that was. I'm on Camp Wuthering Heights. I adore that novel. I like the quirkiness. I like the gothicness. I like the craziness of it. I like the violence of it. I like the overall weirdness. Keep Wuthering Heights weird. Keep Portland weird, right? Right. So I'm just waking up, people. Have a great Thursday. Keep on keeping on. I know a lot of people are having some trouble reading their menu of picks for Victober, but keep pushing ahead. You don't have to do not finish yet. DNF yet. I'm having trouble with Vampire. I had what else did I read? Oh yeah, I picked up. Check this out. I picked up The Mill on the Floss. Portland has a lot of like take one, leave one libraries. If you go to the doctor's office or anywhere, where was I at for this? I think I was at a waiting for some voter registration. I need to know where I go to vote. I didn't know, so I was waiting to get that. So I found this, and I read the first 3 chapters. The vernacular in this is really great. George Eliot. We hadn't been friends since Middlemarch in the 80s. But yeah, so you never know where Victober will find you. Listen, continue to have a good October, and I'm having a good one myself, and having fun with all this new reading and learning. That's you.
Lucky at cards, unlucky at love.
Daddy, my day. Oh, you're good. You're help guests. I'm bored of the game. Why don't you play something else?
Would you like to play?
Lord Breakfast has a billiard table. You should buy one. I adore billiards.
They're rather expensive billiard tables. I'm not sure I could afford one.
Does that person want you?